Good morning or good afternoon to you guys. A very warm welcome from Hire here, and I'm happy to talk to you about the University of the Future. I hope you'll join myself and John and other colleagues who are working at making university fun and exciting to learn. Okay, at the moment, as we realize we're actually at the stage where a system is broken. And there's no other way of putting it. I'm sure if I was in the room now and if I asked you what are some of the key challenges with education now, you would mention, long sessions, long hours, boring assessment, boring interactions, too long, and not very effective. And these are the things that we've heard from students for 2 decades. And what we want to do, we want to do something about it. So what we're bringing to you is essentially an opportunity to reinvent education once for all by gamifying it. One of the key things with learning is about repetition. And the problem with education system in the world today is that essentially very little repetition. But if we essentially turn university program into a game, guess what we're going to have? We're going to have an opportunity where we can repeat enough so that we can master skill set. Okay, so let's get to it. Now, I've got this video just to show you how interactive and how engaging and how fun education can be if and when done through a game. Okay, so hopefully it'll work. But if it doesn't, you can just ask John to play it for you, and he'll do it. Because this is a recorded session, it might not work. Anyway, so what we're actually proposing a very simple model whereby, instead of getting you guys and students in general that pay hundreds of thousands for 3-4 years of their degree in debt before even mastering a single skill set, we're actually proposing a system which is very similar to Coursera.com. Maybe you're looking at I don't know, charging students £49 to master a subject, and then maybe $3.99 to actually master up to 10 subjects. Again, this is just an idea that we are, asking guys here like yourselves to think about what would you do if you were offered an opportunity like this. Now, you are computer science students, and of course, this is the reason we're talking to you, because what we like to do, we like to bring you the problem that we have been facing for a long time. And John and myself and other colleagues who are interacting in this project, we've been in this project for we've been in the higher education in the UK for over 2.5 decades now. And what we'd love to do is just to raise some issues that I already mentioned. But again, the key thing here is now that you will go hungry playing video games, but you never go hungry studying. And that's a big problem, which is why we essentially are struggling to get to the point where we have enough students, enough graduates who have mastered the skill set and actually managed to do something exciting into the industry, right? Now, what is our plan? What's our solution? Our solution is essentially to turn, a university program into a game, one subject at a time. We've got a little bit of a roadmap in here, if you like, but we want to use three key elements as a solution. Number one, looking at adventures, adventures arcade games with enabled by AI, who's going to be powering your training or be your training buddy to get to the next level. And then the last bit is the skill set. Now, without going too much details, why gamification? Why gamifying education in the first place? Well, again, we talked about those things already, but the majority of students are now dropped from universities. 83% of employees who undergo gamified, training are more motivated to work because gaming is just fun. Okay, and I'm sure we got gamers in the room. And again, you can contact John to, show interest on the project, because what we'd like to do is just to bring it to the point as the skills that we're requiring. Now, please note this is an experiment. It's not a company, it's not a business. It's just an experiment whereby we are opening this platform to guys like yourselves who got excitement, passion to actually change the world for the better through education, right? So, what do we need for the project and for our very first meeting we're going to have very, very soon? I believe John is looking at organizing it next week. Number one, game designers. So if you're into game design or if you've got interest or if you're passionate about it, please get in touch with John. Number two, software developers. All of you software developers who, would love to join a project like this where we can essentially reinvent education for the better. UI and UX designers, anyone in the room, please again contact John. And then anyone interested and focused in AI and data, that would be absolutely brilliant. Now, the key thing to keep in mind is this: these are some of the skill sets we need. But because you're first year students most of the time, you're not going to have, expert level skill set, which is why, professors like myself, John, and others who are part of the project are going to guide you through this, and we're going to help you essentially learn the skills, and we're going to guide you. There'll be lots of self learning involved in there, but you will go with your own pace. You don't have to be an expert as long as you've got excitement to get involved in the project, which is going to revolutionize education industry for the better. So if that's you, get in touch with John, and please let him know as soon as possible, because we're going to be organizing, I believe, our very first virtual get together with all the students that showed interest and professors around the UK next week. So if that's you, and if you don't want to miss, in a way, the opportunity of a lifetime, I believe, then get in touch. I don't think there's anything more interesting or exciting that you could be doing, with your side time. Of course, because this is not a legal setup or anything like that. This is a voluntary. We're all engaging in this platform to actually come to the point where we can build something up. If we build something up and if it works, then we're going to go to the next level, raising funds and so on and so forth. And once we do that, then guess what? You'll have a job, you'll have a very fantastic future with us, and you would be talking about this for the rest of your life. And so that is what I would like you to think about. And if that's you, then please get in touch, because there's huge excitement and interest from students across the country. I think the numbers of students have shown interest quite big. So if that makes sense to you, please get in touch. Educational market is massive. I don't want to talk too much about it. There's a huge team behind now who showed interest to engage with, and that'd be great if we hear from you as well. But again, thank you for your time. If you've got any questions, please feel free to direct them to John. And I wish I was there to do this face to face, but unfortunately I couldn't be. So I've done this recorded session, which hopefully would have sent you a clear message. But again, the invitation in summary is to invite you to a life-changing opportunity and project, which is about to reinvent education, because education is broken. Okay, if you look at your childhood, everything was fun and exciting. You kept smiling, until you got to age 6 or 7, and after that, you're sad and not smiling again. Why? It's mainly because the playing element is taken away from learning, and that should never be the case. I've got my kids myself, and I can realize now, I can see that as the playing part is removed from my daughter's learning at school, she's actually not enjoying much that yet now, and she's only 8. So see what's going to come next when there is just pure amount of curriculum activities and literally no play and no game, right? So you see, we've got to do something about it. And in other words, we need to leave this world better than we found. And this is a fantastic opportunity to do that. And I really hope that you will join us to make the world a better place for education, and by gamifying education and making it fun. Thank you so much, and take care.